Hey guys, what it always is. It's your boy Mikey coming to you live from the secret bunker location, otherwise known as my shed. So, being a Sunday night as late as such, I realize nobody's gonna watch this freaking video anyway. So, I didn't really come with anything planned. I just came out here in the freezing cold. Probably should have put on the shit suit to keep warm. But I'm freezing to death because I had to turn off my heater. So I thought, I'm going to go out and sit down and just say what I'm thinking at the moment. So, what comes to mind is a funny story from back in the day. You see, there's a particular clam king that lives on the Long Island out there that claims to have gone streaking down the street. Now, I'm not really sure if he was butt naked or not. But beside the point, it got me thinking that night about a time, so long ago. You see, when your boy was about 15, I liked to be flying naked all the time. Me and my best friend, Nader Bader, we called him Twig at the time. My buddy growing up, some of you may have heard about him, named my son after him. My wife won't admit that, but that was my intention. So, one night, it was hotter than Hades in the summer. We were sleeping out back in the tent. We decided it would be a good idea to go on a midnight cruise on our bikes. Actually, though, it was probably about 9 o'clock at night. People still out and about. We didn't really care. We stripped down, butt naked in that tent. We unzipped that flap. We went running down. We hopped on our bikes. We rode our freaking bikes around the neighborhood. We would tag. One of us would ride around. It took about probably a good 3-4 minutes to ride around the block. We would ride around butt naked and tag the other guy. Then he would ride around butt naked. We did it like 4 times in a row. So the Blursy boy, and we did that, started just one night. We did that all summer long. People would drive by, see our white bus. They would honk their horn. Some of them got pissed and screamed at us. We didn't really care. We just thought it was freaking funny as crap. So we would ride. That was the summer of riding around the neighborhood. I don't know what it was about back then, but it was always fun as a teenage boy to be running around naked. I don't know why. Kind of funny, I guess. Some of you might think it's crazy or wild. We used to go skinny dipping at the lake all the friggin' time when I was growing up. Maybe that's where I got the idea. My mom and my gramps would get up on the point. You see, my grandpa lived across the street from a giant lake in California, a huge giant lake. His house was across the street from the lake. And you went up this little driveway, about 50 feet up to level ground. There was the house. Then you go up the stairs, and the house is to the right, but you could walk to the left, and you could walk quite a ways up to this point where you could overlook the whole side of the lake. And my mom and my grandpa would go up there with their flashlight. They'd shine down on our little white bulbs while we were running for the water. I remember one year we're trucking along, and my grandpa had a wooden plank dock that was about 20 feet long. And you would just walk right onto it off the ground, and then it turned to the left, and we'd park the boat there. We would just go trucking, jump off that dock into the water. But then I remember this one time, one of my bros slipped. His freaking leg went through the dock, right through a plank. He was all cut up, laying there butt naked, bleeding all over the friggin' world. So we did that all the time. So maybe the bike ride was no big deal. I don't know. Some of you might think that's insane to do that, but it was just part of our summer routine. So, got me thinking about another story that happened at the lake, but I've already told that story. So, I told you I was going to say what I was thinking. I've already told you that story. Maybe I'll tell some stories again about things in the past. Maybe a year later, some people have forgotten the stories I've told. Maybe I can spice them up a little, add a little interest to them for y'all. Anyway, about that same year, around 15 or so, I also went with one of my best buddies to a pool that his mom was... She was cleaning their house, and we all went swimming there. We all got butt naked and swam around, so I don't know. I guess just like to be showing the stuff. It's not like it's all that big, so it was kind of funny that we don't want to be doing that. Well, I can only speak for myself, because my best friend was wealthy, if you will, and we'll leave it at that. So, that's story time for a Sunday night. I'm freezing my butt off. My fingers are actually feeling like they're becoming frostbitten out here. It's probably 10 degrees. That little heater just don't do a whole lot. So, another week upcoming here. Not really sure what's going to go down. I hope I get over this friggin' sickness. We'll talk about that later. Just sitting here talking about whatever comes to mind. Pretty interesting crap. So maybe we'll make this a Sunday night segment. Alright guys, have a good weekend. Well, it's about over for some of y'all. Anyway, we'll talk to you later.